Telegraph now, and the BBC want to erase the existence of an indigenous people. But it's white British people, so that's presumably OK, Francis.
Well, there you go. Thanks for that, mate. No, BBC page for school children claims every person in Britain is descended from immigrants. And people have pushed back on it, saying these are politically correct cliches. And this is the actual quote that they said. Pupils are told at the beginning of the BBC's revision guide that every single person living in Britain today is descended from immigrants. And actually, that's not really true. Cambridge historian Professor Robert Toombs said continuous mass immigration large enough to have a major demographic effect only dates from the Blair era and is completely unprecedented in our history.
So that's 20 years rather than, going back millennia.
Exactly. So it's almost like the BBC are very left-leaning and liberal and like to spout these kind of things.
Well, at the same time, technically they are right. There were settlers who came to this country.
How many millions of years ago?
Well, not millions. Well, OK, the first settlers were 25,000
would you
years ago.
say to indigenous Americans or Inuit that, you're immigrants?
Everybody, essentially, across... if you're going to technically... The history of humanity is based on immigration. That's just the reality of it. But yes, of course, more recent immigration has, and arguably hasn't had the impact that they're trying to say, but that's what's happened across this world, is people migrated, tribes and whatnot, and that's how communities started.
You're talking like hundreds of thousands of years ago.
OK, but you had the Saxons and the Danes and...
Australopithecus or whatever, migrating across that.
I'm just saying, technically, whatever. Look, forget it. Look, I'm children of immigrants or grandchildren of immigrants. What about you? You're
I'm a child of immigrants.
You're a child of immigrants. What are you?
I can trace my family history all the way back to, actually, my granddad. I can't go back further than that. I've got no idea.
OK.
Right, so...
I do tan well.
Anyway, there we go.